Hello and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Reacts. Today we're checking out a vid from Neck Punch about animals that should become Pokemon featuring Dead Bedspread. Let's hop in and see which animals become monsters.
What's cracking YouTube? Neck Punch here. And there are a lot of animals in our world that are yet to have Pokemon based on them. So I thought it'd be fun to challenge my friend Dead Bedspread to make some Fakemon based on a few particularly interesting animals.
Hello everybody, it's me, Dead Bedspread.
He suggested that instead we make a list of some interesting animals together, we go away, separately design Fakemon for each of them, and then come back together and compare results to see how similar or different our designs would end up being.
Okay,
it was an
I like
extremely
this
fun
idea.
process, a real celebration of the fact that two different artists can look at the exact same thing and be inspired in completely different ways. In
Sounds
this video,
awesome.
we're going to take a look at the mons that we each designed for the animals I picked, and on Dead Bedspread's channel, we'll look at the animals he picked and the mons we each did for them. The first animal I picked was the Sawfly, because it's a pretty interesting...
Hold on one moment. After looking at the time of both videos, yeah, we'll actually go and do both of them in this one video. So let's check them out.
Insect with a terrifying name that kind of already sounds like it could be a Pokemon. And also because we had a bit of a sawfly problem near my house at the time, so they were on the brain. I took the inspiration pretty literally and came up with this Pokemon, Ceratera. Side note, I really like Pokemon with rhyming names for some reason, like Roly-Coly. This won't be the last one in the video like this. I went with Bugdark for Ceratera, mostly because it's one of the only unused bug-type combos, and I think it fits really well. I give it a signature move called Buzzsaw, a powerful physical bug-type move with a chance to paralyze.
Now, I honestly had no idea what a Sawfly was until Neck Punch mentioned it. So following an in-depth research session, I can now confidently say that I have some idea of what a Sawfly is. One fun fact is that the females of the species have a saw-like appendage on their ovipositors, thus giving them the name. And therefore, I created the female-only species, Buzzator. Larger than most bug-type Pokemon, Buzzator's abdomen consists of 6 spinning buzzsaws, which they could slam into their opponents for maximum damage. It's even got saw-shaped wings too. This mon could be found in forests and jungles. And as for types, I'm thinking just bug currently. Maybe bug and steel. Maybe Buzzator and Ceratera could be gender-exclusive evolutions for a Sawfly larva Fakemon.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I could see that.
The next animal I picked was the Nudibranch. Now, we already have a sea slug Pokemon, but I wanted to challenge Dead Bedspread to do a Nudibranch because there's so many fascinating types that could be all kinds of Pokemon, and I was really curious to see which one he'd choose.
Nothing could have made me happier than designing a Nudibranch, because, as mentioned, there are so many insane and funky designs to these real-world critters. After scouring through the many crazy species I found, I settled on this one. Philodesmium myriomotens.
Damn.
What?
Yeah, scientific names are pretty bananas. This gorgeous multi-branched Nudibranch inspired the ever-lovable Dudibranch. Ever-flowing and glowy, this little guy can absorb light. Using its stored-up solar rays, it can gather its energy and fire devastating blasts. All while looking cute as heck, I might add.
Boy.
As for types, I'm thinking water light. This little guy would definitely look cool on the Hoenn seafloor, illuminating its surroundings.
Well, I, on the other hand, went with the opalescent Nudibranch. Or I guess if we're doing scientific names, Hermescenda opalescens. Yeah. Maybe I should have practiced that one.
Nice try.
Well, this is Volatia, an electric fire type, which is a combination of a Nudibranch and an electrical fire. I've been wanting to base a mon off an electrical fire for a long time, but I struggled to come up with a more interesting concept than just a sentient pile of flaming wires. But when I saw the opalescent Nudibranch, I knew I had my creature, and it all came together. I threw in a few aspects of the Spanish shawl as well, which you can see better in the shiny. Volatia's signature ability is
that must be the
Open
shiny.
Circuit. If hit by a water-type move, it takes no damage and paralyzes the user of that move. Because you can't fight an electrical fire with water. You end up getting electrocuted. You have to smother that thing, which also fits with this guy being 4 times weak to ground. Now finally, I challenged Dead Bedspread to make a Goblin Shark Pokemon. Even more than the others, the Goblin Shark is basically already a Pokemon. I mean, what the actual heck
it's strange
is it?
as hell.
It's the kind of animal that, as a Pokemon, would probably have a really cool attack animation, But I wanted to design something I could put into a game, and that meant something that'd translate well to sprites rather than animations.
True.
My wife made the suggestion of giving it 2 different forms, and the idea was born. This is Robogobba in its closed form.
Not bad.
It's actually an eel-like Pokemon, which lives inside a shark-shaped armor casing, and it has the ability Stance Change. When it attacks, it transforms into its open form, swapping its defensive and offensive stats.
A Goblin Shark would have absolutely been one of my suggestions if Neck Punch didn't beat me to the Neck Punch. I took the concept of Goblin Shark a bit more literally and came up with Gobsnack. This shark's snout looks like a big nose, its fin a curled up hat, its upper fins resemble gloved hands, and its lower fins feet, and it's got a deadly dagger-shaped tail. The only type I can think for this guy is Water Dark, and sure, we already have a Water Dark shark, but hey, the more the merrier.
Yeah,
what about the Goblin Shark's primary feature, its ghastly mouth? Well, you may have noticed Gobsnack's teeth running all the way down behind its gills. Well, when it attacks, whoa! Its whole mouth suddenly slides out, allowing it to take massive bites out of its opponent, and also look pretty ridiculous.
A big thanks to Dead Bedspread for joining me and indulging me in this crazy idea.
Thank you very much, Neck Punch, for doing this project with me, and thank you all so much for watching.
Be sure.
Okay, and that is Neck Punch's video. When you join me again, we'll be over on Dead Bedspread. Alright folks, we're here, we're on to Dead Bedspread's video. Now we're checking out the animals he chose, and the way he and Neck Punch Pokefied them. Let's hop in.
Hey, hi, hello, everybody. Pokemon is great, and Fakemon creation even better. But have you ever noticed that there are certain animals screaming to be turned into Pokemon that Game Freak have not even acknowledged? In order to help me out with this task of designing Fakemon for animals that have yet to become Pokemon, I've decided to team up with my friend down under, Neck Punch.
What's cracking YouTube?
Neck Punch. The same intro as what Neck
we decided to both make Fakemon based off the same 6 animals, but designed them completely separate to one another, just to show off how 2 different artists can interpret the same prompt in completely different ways.
We just came from Neck Punch, who had these 3, now we're at Dead Bedspread, who has these 3.
Covering 3 animals in this video, and 3 in Neck Punches.
Yep, so if you've come from my video, then welcome, and if not, be sure to check it out once we're done here.
Onto the list.
Let's go. First up.
My first suggestion for an animal due to become a Pokemon is a dolphin. Honestly, after being to Hoenn and even more recently Alola, it is literally bananas that we have not received anything even closely resembling a dolphin.
Yeah, why not?
Of course, we are hardly the first to notice this, as there is a vast myriad of designs for dolphin Fakemon spanning the internet. As I am Irish, I figured I'd take some inspiration closer to home. Off the west coast of Ireland, we have a very famous dolphin named Fungi. Fungi sounds like fungi. Fungi is a fungus. Next step, fungus dolphin. Finny fungus fish. Spore-Poise, while resembling a dolphin, is actually an intricate network of fungi, having adapted to life underwater. Speaking of which, did you know that there actually are underwater fungi?
I did not know that.
It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Instead of use for breathing, their blowhole would be used to blast spores at their opponents. Originally, I would have typed this guy as grass ground, with water absorb or dry skin, giving it a water type immunity. However, now I'd make it a water fungal type, a fake type created by, you guessed it, Neck Punch.
Well, thank you, Neck Punch. What did you do?
Now, I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of why I think the fungal type would be a cool addition to the game here, because we'd be here all day. But needless to say, this won't be the last fungal type Pokemon that you guys see. As for my dolphin Pokemon, however, I wanted to capture 2 elements of dolphins. One, the fact that people seem to absolutely love them and think they're so cute, even if I personally don't get the hype.
I mean,
and 2,
the fact
that dolphins are ridiculously defensive. Like, they have a reputation for beating sharks to death just because a shark, minding its own business, happens to swim slightly too close to a group of dolphins with a baby.
Yeah,
they remind me of that overprotective parent at a kid's sports game. Or maybe the overprotective partner at a bar. You make the slightest remark, or so much as look at this person's kid the wrong way, and they go from 0 to 100. It all came together when I realized that there's a type of dolphin called the bottlenose. So introducing Dolphensive. the bottlenose Pokemon. They are extremely popular, known for their pretty coloring, cute noises, and adorable tricks. However, if one of their young is threatened, they become immediately violent, lashing out their eviscerating fins without so much as a warning snarl.
Sporpiss.
The next animal I chose was the Thorny Devil, an absolutely awesome looking little lizard covered in thorns. Who'd have thought?
I absolutely agree we need a Thorny Devil Pokemon. I mean, the Thorny Devil is basically a Pokemon already. My creation is Thornament. I think of Thorny Devils as one of the ultimate desert creatures, so I was imagining the ultimate desert Pokemon. This guy is a ground fire type, ground for sand, fire for heat, but he has dry skin, because a ground fire type with dry skin would be awesome. And I think it's justified for the concept as well.
Yeah, I mean, it fits. Why not?
Now me, being a big stinky cheater, decided to not only take inspiration from the Thorny Devil, but also the Horned Lizard. You may be thinking,
hey, why not?
Those are both spiky reptiles. How's that cheating? Well, the Horned Lizard has a very peculiar real-world ability.
Oh god,
it can shoot blood out of its eyes.
Yeah, I forgot about
Introducing
that.
Spizard. Gamadai Redna? Irosaur? I'm not too sure on a name for this guy. Leave any suggestions you have down in the comments below. This rowdy reptile resides in areas of rough terrain, mainly deserts and volcanic regions.
Well, I have to say, this is actually a very good one compared to the other one. Hold on, folks. We'll be right back. We're back.
Its body is covered in blood-red thorns, devilish horns, and the marking on its face resembles tears of blood, referencing the Horned Lizard's nasty ability. For typing, this thing could be a dragon, but if we wanted to take influence from another of Neck Punch's fake types, this thing could be Dragon Blood. Of course, regardless of its typing, as one last tie to its real-world inspiration, this thing fires its attacks from its eyes!
Come on. Wow. Maybe.
Now, it's no secret that Pokemon is no stranger to molds. After all, we've got the Diglett and the much more realistic Drillbur families. However, there exists an almost alien-like species that is begging to be turned into a Pokemon.
The Star-Nosed
I am, of course, referring to the Star-Nosed Mole.
Yep.
I knew immediately that I wanted to exaggerate the main feature of this beast, its insane nose. The real-life mole's nose looks almost tentacle-esque. So what else could I do than give this boy a big old octopus nose? The way its nose ended up falling reminded me of an old-timey mustache. Reminded me of the phrase, "You're gonna be a star, kid. You're gonna be a star-nosed mole, kid." Obvious typing for this guy would be ground. What else? Of course, as it's blind, maybe it could sense tremors to the earth, similarly to Toph from Avatar. Also, its nose can extend to attack, similar to the arms of Doc Ock, smacking its opponents around while keeping its...
So, hold on. Is this literally just Molstache from Ben 10? They probably didn't mean for that, but come on. This is literally Molstache. The name, the apparel, come on.
Self-safe. Maybe it could have an ability to tie into that. Let me know any of your ideas in the comments down below.
Now, I promised you guys another fungal type Pokemon, so this one is mine.
Ooh, here we
Before
go.
Dead Bedspread and I started this challenge, I've been thinking about different potential fungal type combinations and what they might lend themselves to. Realized that fungal water would probably be something mold related. And mold sounds like mole. So in the back of my mind, I'd already decided one day I'd make a fungal water mold mole. And when Dead Bedspread picked the Star-Nosed Mole for this challenge, the time had come. Introducing Moldy, the mole Pokemon.
Oh god, no.
I think the Star-Nosed Mole is a horrendous looking animal, so a Pokemon of it needed to look equally terrifying. The disgusting little star-nosed bits have always reminded me of fingers, and I guess they function in a similar way. So I figured,
oh my god,
why not make them straight up resemble human hands? And then adding the hands opened the door to incorporate Athlete's foot into the design, which I think made it even worse, but also better at the same time.
It is beautifully grotesque, and I don't want to look at it anymore.
Thank you so much to everyone for checking this out, and an even larger thank you to Neck Punch for joining me for this extremely fun project. If you have not checked out Neck Punch's video yet, be sure to get on over there. Stuff gets so much weirder.
So come check that out. Dead Bedspread, thanks so much for having me and for indulging in this little adventure.
Thank you all for watching.
Oh boy.
I've been Dead Bedspread, and all the best.
Okay, folks, well, that's where we're going to end off today's video. I want you to remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Down in the description will be a link to both of the original videos in this video. So remember to check out the original creators and all they do. And I'll see all of you folks next time. Peace out.